Good evening. Whoa, I'm loud. Louder than normal anyway. Thank you and welcome to the Audible, the 4th annual Audible Pitch Event, part of the Greater Green Bay Chamber's Startup Week. So thank you. My name is Ron Franklin. I am the Director of Entrepreneurship for the Greater Green Bay Chamber. So I help run the entrepreneur activities for everything that we do with the Chamber, which also involves this beautiful location that we are in right now. This is the Cannery Food Incubator. The Cannery is designed for small businesses, small food-based businesses to start their own restaurant at a lower cost to entry and be able to get out in the marketplace so that you guys can enjoy them for a lot longer over time. We teach them how to do a lot of the things besides cook because they already know how to do that, but we teach them all the business side. So enjoy some of the samplings of the food that they have. Enjoy the bar while you are here because it is all good stuff and it's all paid for, so enjoy it. First, I want to thank our sponsors, LiveX and AT&T. As everyone knows, this is live streamed throughout the entire world on LinkedIn and YouTube. So we have, last year we had about 300 people across eight different countries tuning in. So hopefully we'll beat that record and we'll be able to announce that on social media later. So thank you to LiveX for that. And thank you to AT&T for helping fund everything that we have been able to put together for the entire Startup Week. So thank you to them. Woo! Sponsors. As I stated, we are part of the larger Startup Week events. Startup Week is a full list of events throughout the entire state. Ran by Headway in Green Bay, just down the street. We have a couple of them on site here, so thank you guys. And these are the sponsors that help put on all of the Startup Week events. If you're ever curious, you can check out the Startup Week website, startupwi.org, for any of the events that happen and also for next year's list of events as well. So I always like to kick it off with an introduction to the companies pitching with a quote. So this one is from Winston Churchill. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So what that says is never give up. A lot of businesses or a lot of entrepreneurs give up right before they hit it big, right before they're able to get over that milestone. It is not a perfect straight line, as many of the people in the audience and the judges know. Entrepreneurship, it does not just go, whoo, I started a business, I'm a millionaire. It is up and why'd I do this? Down, this sucks. It's really good, it sucks, it's really great. So stick with it and it will happen. So just stay positive and keep going. Now the flow for tonight. So opening remarks, hey, that's me, we're talking now. Then we'll start going through the pitches. This is the order. It is also in your handout, so if you see who's going through, you'll be able to put faces with names. All of the presenters will be available after the event to be able to answer any questions or talk more in depth about their company as well, so feel free to ask them. Then we'll go into the winners, and the winners will be announced. There is a first prize, a second prize, and then there is a voter's choice. In the handout, you will see a QR code. You can log on and vote. Voting is open. I open that, so anyone on the web and anyone in person can now vote. I believe you can vote multiple times, so vote as many times as you like. I think. I don't know. I'll say that you can, so just go with it. And then after that, we will do the winners. Will have photos. And then we will go on to networking at the same time. So, as I said, open bar, food from Colombian Flavors, which is one of our anchor tenants here, and 5 Thumbs Up Cheesecake, which has got the cheesecake bites over there as well. Amazing stuff. I'm highly addicted to both of them. I try not to eat it here too much because, well, I have obviously. So enjoy it. It is great food. The process for tonight, there is a 4-minute pitch. At the end of that 4 minutes, I am rude and I will cut them off. They will not be able to go past that 4-minute pitch. I have a new timing device that I'm trying out. I truly don't know what it does at the end of 4 minutes. If there's an alarm, I'll let you know. Well, we'll actually all hear together. But after that, it'll go off. I'll cut them off. Judges will have 2 minutes for Q&A. The judges are the only ones that can ask questions. So if you have questions for any specific pitchee, you are able to meet with them after the event to be able to talk with them. Then there'll be a 2-minute changeover time where LiveX will be able to mic them up. We'll get the new person up and hand everything over. It takes me a long time to hand over the clicker. And then we'll keep things going and hopefully have some fun on the way. All good? Now to introduce the judges. Starting on this end, we have Matthew Key. He is the Managing Director of Tundra Angels, my brother from another mother, and the man with the hair, so he's good. Next, we have LaDonna Reed. She is from Associated Bank. If you don't know LaDonna, you don't know anyone, so introduce yourself to LaDonna. Then, in the middle, we have Ahmad. He is the Chief of Staff for the City of Green Bay. He's the real man that makes things happen in the city. So if you, the man, well, this is the man that actually makes stuff happen, so say hi to him. We have Lisa Taylor. Lisa and I go way back. We do a lot of entrepreneur things together. If you, oh, there are pictures. There we go. Hey, that's not Lisa. That's Lisa. There we go. Exactly. I need one of those old fashions. So Lisa oversees the entrepreneur activities for NWTC. So she does a lot of what I do except for student-based or students at any of the NWTC facilities. Really knows her stuff. If anyone's a student, make sure to reach out to her. If you know of any students that want to start a business, make sure to reach out to her because she knows her things too. So then we have Vinny from Schreiber Foods. He knows everything about cheese and really everything about cheese. So great asset to the team. So welcome to all the judges. So thank you. As I mentioned, voting is now open, so scan the code, make sure you log on, make sure you vote for your favorite pitchee, and enjoy the night. So now, let's get started. First up, excuse me, Rich with My Vendu.
And then, what do I press?
Forward.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Thank you. I'm Rich Thompson from My Vendu. Last week, I was talking to a plant manager here in Northeast Wisconsin. His insurance company had asked him to have some documents reviewed. He went out to a contractor and said, hey, how much would it cost to do this? He wasn't investing in a new machine. He wasn't doing an advertising campaign to get more customers. Just have some documents reviewed. $12,000. Highway robbery, and he knew it. But you know what? He was needed on the shop floor. It wasn't the core of his business. He didn't have time to be sending emails, making calls. He didn't know the people in the industry. He needed a My Vendu. The number one concern of small businesses the last 6 quarters, high prices. High prices. And you know what? They can't pass it on any longer to customers. So now they're taking on debt and it is cutting into their profits. And that is making a big profits for some of those companies. Who's going to be there battling and fighting? Who's taking on high profits? My Vendu. We bring together buyers and sellers of professional services. So if you're a nursing home, you're a dentist office, you want your lawn mowed, you need your driveway plowed, we bring you together. Similar to like an Angie's List or something like that, but a big difference, we have auctions. And if you're the low price provider, you win that auction. Our targeted buyer and seller is, we want a seller who's a small fish but wants to be a big fish. Those are the people we're looking for that want to be a part of My Vendu because they want to build their business, they want to expand and grow. And we want buyers that want to get the best bang for their buck. They want to make sure they're getting the best money that they can and all that they can be in the lowest price. Money that they could then reinvest in the business or use for other things. And what's the secret sauce here? If you look at this, Facebook, eBay, Google, they all do forward auctions. My Vendu does reverse auctions. So we do the exact same thing, but in reverse. We're similar to, we've been called similar to kind of a blue-collar version of Upworks. There's 2 important things that we have for values for My Vendu. One is competition. By having a platform that brings everybody together, people compete to get the best price. And the second thing is inclusion and economic empowerment. There are a lot of decisions that are made far away in a boardroom where people don't have an opportunity to be a part of that. My Vendu says, here it is. Here's the opportunity. Bring everybody together. You can bid on it. You can bid on it. You can bid on it. Nothing's stopping you. If you want that business, My Vendu gives you a seat at the table. So what's our business model? You can post. You can browse an auction. You can win an auction completely free. There's only cost when There's a transaction at the end when that service is performed. There's a transaction fee. That's where the fee comes in. You can also be a featured profile or a featured auction, and there's also targeted website ads. What's our go-to-market plan? We want to build brand awareness, get the name out there so everybody uses this website. And then we want to sell. We want to optimize our marketing campaign, upsell those customers, and then scale that, get to those larger markets. So if you're looking at the different types of competitors or the different types of similar businesses, again, there's not this type of stuff out there right now. Upworks, but we'll be a blue-collar version of it, and we have auctions. So we have actual auctions where somebody can win and lose the bid based on their price. And I'm the owner, Rich Thompson. And then what we're looking at here is building brand awareness and getting our foot in the door, establishing a presence. We want to start here in the Wisconsin and Midwest region and then build out in concentric circles to, we're coming for you next, Chicago, St. Louis, Minneapolis, and then for the bigger cities. And how we would use it, we want to, again, build brand awareness and increase customer acquisition of buyers and sellers. So I want you to come with us and be a fighter. Fight high prices. If there was Rocky music right now, that would be even better. Thanks.
Now on to questions from the judges.
Absolutely.
Rich, thanks for your pitch.
Absolutely.
Can you walk through what this looks like on a local level? Professional service, like help us understand the matching. Who's being matched? What's the product? What's the exchange of value and the pricing there?
Absolutely. So let's say you're getting your lawn mowed for your dental office, you want your lawn mowed. You would put that out there as, hey, I have a 2,000 square foot lawn. We want lawn mowing, we want edging, and we want hedge trimming. Then the sellers would bid on that, and then the lowest seller, you would say a date, like so next Tuesday, by this Tuesday we'll have the winner, and then different sellers would bid on it, the lowest price wins. So you'll be ensuring you get the best price for that, and if a seller's out there and they're aggressive and they want that business, they'll give you the best price for it. So kind of like eBay, but in reverse. For eBay for the procurement industry.
So could you be a little more specific on your target market?
Absolutely. So we, like for sellers, we want, like I said, those aggressive people that want more business. They want to get in there. They want to build their audience. For buyers, usually it's not going to be somebody that has a big procurement department. It's going to be somebody that they don't have time to be doing that. This will be an opportunity for them. Hey, I'll just go to this website. I'll get my stuff there. Then I don't have to worry about searching the web for different providers on this. I don't have to send a bunch of emails and calls and give them a bunch of information. I do it on one site. I get all the information right there.
No, I was just going to ask, so how are you vetting the companies that will be on the site?
So we check their EIN number to make sure that they're a valid business, and we also look at the Better Business Bureau. Yep.
But just to clarify, you are going after clients, not households or consumers. You're looking at businesses.
Businesses, correct, yes.
Do you have any customers you have landed yet?
So we just went live here this week, so we're in the process and we're working on it. Yep. We're using every technique we can for marketing to get out there, and from guerrilla marketing all the way to paid advertising, anything in between, we'll use it to get customers to our website.
And have you tested the ease of use for busy business owners that you're targeting?
We've just started to, we've been bringing people in and having them take a look at it and then tell us, hey, this is the pain point here, and then working on that. So
That's all the questions we have for the time for questions.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So while the judges take a few moments to finish up their scores and tally their scores up, as a reminder, it is time to go online and vote. Keep on the scan voting online. So as I said, we talk about courage and fear and courage that it takes to start a business. I want to give a quick story about what is real fear, what is real courage. I have 3 daughters. 2, I've got twins, 9 years old, almost 10, and a newborn. Real fear and real courage, we went to the grocery store together. I put my daughter in the cart, the one in the little rocky thing, bassinet, put her in that, and my other daughter says, I want to push the cart. My immediate brain goes, oh crap, they are going to be walking behind me pushing a shopping cart. You know exactly where that goes. I'm walking down the aisles, and every time I take a step, I feel a dunk. That is real fear. That is real courage, people. There is no other fear like having a 9-year-old pushing a shopping cart, following you around a grocery store. Nothing like that. So, yep. You guys all finishing up your score? You don't need to tell him, we'll tell him for you. You just got to write the scores down. I don't trust you guys to add. Well, I don't trust Matthew to add. 5 plus 5, that's 63 there.
Well, considering you can spell key,
I don't know
Hey.
about that.
I can spell key 2 ways. So next up, we have Christian Tim from Smartwell, who's going to introduce you to his company.
All right.
Clock's up there.
Last year at Davos, the World Economic Forum held a lengthy discussion on the upcoming water crisis. In case you didn't know, by 2030, there could be a 40% disparity between supply and demand. So the WEF is calling on governments, corporations, and individuals to focus on better groundwater practices and resource management at every level. From a product perspective, this could range from personal conservation tools to leak detection devices or real-time measurement of the water table. These are the solutions that the industry is calling for. And each of these solutions comes standard with Smartwell, and much more. Smartwell is an AI-based product that endows a groundwater pump with smart features. It extends the life of a well by ensuring the healthiest water levels possible, alerting you of issues before they become issues. It can ration your water during drought, set conservation goals, detect leaks, even predict pump failure, and most importantly, it completely eliminates the risk of running your well dry. Now, this is probably the best feature because when you run your well dry, it can cost thousands. So how many are in danger of running dry? Millions. According to Scientific America, we are in the middle of a multi-year mega drought. With 13 million wells in the US and half in regions with drought, roughly 30% of these will be run dry. To mitigate this, you could purchase the equipment yourself and manage the well, or hire a professional to do it for you. Both of these options could cost upwards of $2,000. Or you can purchase Smartwell and never have your well run dry again. And you get the benefits of all these extra features for water management. A solution that combines all of these features does not exist in the marketplace. The closest company is a company called Well Intel, and they only have half of the features, and they're much more expensive and sonar-based, which is a challenge. So what is our growth strategy? First, we target to the groundwater professionals, providing them with a tool that can reduce their labor costs and give them a new billable service that they can charge for. We've attended a number of trade shows resulting in multiple product demonstrations and endorsements from those companies. The second part of our strategy is direct-to-consumer marketing, using targeted ad-based campaigns. We're living in a day and age where we can easily figure out which homeowners have well issues, or who are the smart home enthusiasts, or who are the water conservationists, and we can market to them directly. Our price is set at $290 with an optional cloud-based subscription. Manufacturing costs are estimated at $50, with projected revenues reaching $100 million by year 5. Our team is led by Richard Grizel. He's the past CEO of a global semiconductor company. Richard is also one of the world's leading experts in control theory and the inventor of this technology. He's founded multiple startups and has achieved 2 successful exits. As for myself, I founded a technical search firm in 2004. By 2009, we became one of the top power electronics recruiting firms in the country, receiving accolades from President Obama on 2 occasions. I've worked with NASA, Samsung, and the Department of Energy. Both Richard and I have the experience and the professional network needed to grow a fast-paced technology business. Right now, we have a working proof of concept, a pending utility patent, and interest from the National Science Foundation. We also have a detailed project plan outlining next steps and materials needed for our next stage of growth. To achieve this, we are asking $750,000 in venture capital. Our team is experienced, the technology is sound, and the opportunity is critical.
And that's all we have time for. Stay up here. Stay up here. Questions?
Oh.
Thanks, Christian. Questions from the judges?
So I know you talked about global need with wells, but I think about so what's the local
So
opportunity for wells? I'm just,
So that figures the 13 million, and that's US.
got it, okay.
Yes, yes. Globally, I don't have the figures globally.
Thank you.
Is there, as part of your engagement plan, is it like regionalized? Is it like, are you going to focus on the Midwest? Is it the Southwest where they have more experiences with drought?
Right,
Is it
right.
the
So there are certain areas of the country that are affected by drought, and you can see those on drought maps everywhere, and that changes and shifts. But those are the regions that are most affected, and those are the regions that would, like our product or could benefit the most. And then also, anyone that is searching for a well issue on their computer, we can figure that out and market to them directly.
Christian, does Smart Well, does it prevent the well from running dry, or does it just give you analysis on the level of the well?
It gives you analysis on the level well, but it also is tied into the power circuit, so it can turn off the pump, so it won't run the motor dry, which a lot of motors in pumps today don't have that ability, and so when a well runs dry, it burns up the pipes and it can cost thousands. The average price is about $4,000 if your well runs dry.
One last question for you. So you have the target B2B sales, and you have consumer sales.
Yes.
What's that margin differential between selling the product directly to the consumer and if you use that pricing sales model?
So there's about 6,500 well service providers in the U.S. And those are the individuals that would use our product as a tool and then charge more, they would charge the customer to do different analysis of their well that they can't do otherwise. As far as the difference in, that's definitely a smaller target market, but it offers validation of the technology. So when the homeowners are looking at it, they can see that it's already used by professionals.
No, right, I get that.
Yes.
So, but meaning there's obviously a profit you'll make if you sell it direct to the consumers versus the profit you'll make if you're having them sell it to the consumer.
So let me
Yeah.
clarify that. It's not through a distribution channel.
Okay.
We're selling directly to the service providers and giving it to them as a tool for them to use, because now they'll be able to offer a new service like real-time measurement, and they can set it up on someone's home and let it run for a few days and come back, and they'll see exactly what the well is doing, which the technology today to do that doesn't exist. So not at this rate or price anyways.
And that's all the time we have for questions. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.
I feel like Ryan Seacrest. As a reminder, the voting is now open. So as the judges tally up their scores or write down their scores. So I had an interesting conversation with my brother-in-law just this past week. He messages me, obviously it's coming up to shopping for Christmas time. He messages me, okay, he has my wife's number, right? He knows who she is. Messages me and says, what size clothes do your daughters wear? I'm like, have you seen me? I have no fashion sense. I'm not the one that goes shopping for my kids. Like, my immediate response to him was, let me check with my wife. Like, guys out here, who knows what size their kids wear? Like, guys.
Oh, guys, right.
Hey, infants don't count. I mean, everyone knows that 6 months is 6 months, right? So, anyway, you guys finish it up. We're hitting 2 minutes. Write your names on top. Yeah, that's right. You know, simple instructions. So next up, we have Stephen Smith with My Picture Day and his business partner. Coming up.
Okay, let's begin. We're with My Picture Day, and what we do is we take care of the picture day that we have in youth sports and in really any sports team, to where a photographer will come out and they will take pictures of kids and the teams, and then take those 900 to 1,000 pictures back, create the packages, and then they give you a list of which packages you could use. What we want to do is we want to replace that with the ability for the parents or the leagues or the coaches or the team managers to take those pictures as well. We have a market size of potential. There's estimates of about 60 million kids at any time is in some sort of youth sports between the ages of 8 and 12. And so a lot of those kids are in dual sports as well. Sally's in soccer, Billy's in baseball. They could even be in the same team at the same time. Whoops, I turned it off. There we go. Fixing it now.
Stop the clock.
Okay, and our target audience is the sports leagues of the youth. Our end goal is to get with the parents and the team managers. We found that going through the leagues, that they're able to get this out to the parents without us having to do direct marketing. Okay, so photographers are the only ones really that like picture day because they make a lot of money. Parents see that it's a lot of very expensive. You can spend up to $60 to $100. You're nodding your head there, of pictures, to where Billy was blinking at the time, and that's the best picture we got in the 3 we did. Leagues, they don't like it because it's a scheduling nightmare. You got 900 to 1,000 kids that you got to get together, kind of like herding cats, right? To all look right into the picture as they're taking the photo. Parents don't like it because of long delivery times. You could have upwards of 3 to 4 to 5 weeks that you're going to go through. Oh, and did I mention that the leagues don't like scheduling? Okay, how we're going to meet the market's needs is we're going to empower the parents by giving them an app on their phone that they could get a picture or take a picture of the team, also take a picture of their kids, and then put that together in multiple packages of up to 7 or 8 different products. We save them by them doing all the work, that the margin is very low. So they get the same quality that they would through a photographer, but they get it as a direct bill. Easy scheduling, they could get a picture of the team from the league coach. They could take a picture of Johnny, 3 or 4 weeks later, and then do their own picture day. So first one there, you go up, you click which sport you want. You can tell the player information, put in the picture of the team and the player, and then all these different products will come up with the player and the team and the name, all as you would see it when you actually get it in the mail. And then you get the shopping cart, so right then and there you can pay for it, and within a week you get it at your home. Our business model is, first, the market size, like I said, about 60 million kids, and we want to do direct marketing. We can talk with team managers, we can talk with leagues. They can get the word out and to the people. It's market ready, it's already in production. We've had a couple of leagues use it for their conferences and stuff, so it's also on Android and iOS. Personalized photo packages, you don't pick from the packages they select, you can pick 5 of the same product. You could pick all the products together, which would be really cool. And you can also change the pictures for each product. You can keep adding to the order. And scalability as well. Since we use a large procurement firm called Miller's, they do all the work. So on the website, you buy it, goes to Miller's, they do it, and they send it to your home.
We're done.
And that's all the time we have.
Yep.
Any questions from the judges?
What is the cost to the parents?
The app is free, and all they pay for is the products that they select. So if you want a water bottle, it's about 15 bucks. If you want a plaque, it could be $30. So they see the price right up front. They see the total, pay for it on our website, and then it comes to their door.
How do you plan to compete against other upload-based photo options? Various ones that exist.
Oh, there's many.
Yeah. So how do you have a plan to differentiate yourself? Is it sports-oriented? Is that what differentiates you from the other upload photo-based apps?
Well, one situation with like a Shutterfly, that type of thing, is they don't have a whole gallery of just sports. Like here's one just for this or that or that. You have to look around. Maybe I get a picture of my kid on a magazine, but I can't find the cup or that type of thing. So this is more actually for sports, and it's replacing the picture in the actual photographer.
Yep. Well, you mentioned that you have 2 teams that you signed up.
Well, we do have Upward Sports, which is a organization in South Carolina. They organize church leagues, and they have about 1,800 churches, and we are working with them for spring. We've actually already branded the app for them.
But do you have any revenue right now?
Yes, we do. Working with Pac Northwest, there was the Winter Classic last year we did, as well as some small teams are doing it through the parents. So what we want, looking to use the money for, is to, one, marketing, because getting the word out, every person that uses it, they love it, but we got to be able to do that. And second, to get a programmer to give me some time off.
Yeah, that's true.
Any other questions? Last one. One more.
Given that your time was cut a bit short because of technical difficulties, is there anything else you'd like us to know about your product or something that we missed that we didn't get through your presentation?
You're cheating.
The product's pretty good. What I would like to talk about is the people behind it. Wes here is a professional photographer, and this came from a need of him doing 900 to 1,000 kids on a Saturday on a rainy day. And Johnny, his uniform's drippy, and Susie, she had a bad day, so she won't smile. So he wanted that built. I'm a programmer with over almost 50 years experience in programming. So I was the geek. And then our CEO, for 30 years, had a company that does photography for corporations and conventions and gives them a directory at the end of it. Yeah. So we have the SME, we have the geek, and we have the logistics guy.
Yeah.
I feel bad I didn't have a question. I was just like, where were you 20 years ago?
Yeah. When I first started this whole process, I just asked parents hey, I would show them that. Where were you? I just paid a bunch of money for my photography.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But the grandkids are coming, right?
Thank you, guys.
Right. Thank you.
Moving along through the pitches. So I want to take a moment to thank, obviously, as I had said earlier, our sponsors, LiveX and AT&T. But I did not thank the companies that supplied the food. So Colombian Flavors has supplied the main course food over here. If you have not tried it, make sure you give it a shot. It is fantastic stuff. Empanadas, tacos, and something else. Arepas, I think. I can't see. So make sure you give them all a try. Ellie, the owner of Colombian Flavors, is actually in the kitchen. So if you like it, you want to talk to her about it, you are welcome to go speak to her. She has a great story, so I think you really want to speak to her. And then 5 thumbs up cheesecake. Jill is hiding back there somewhere. She's probably still hiding because she doesn't like people talking to her. She's back there. But it is some of the best cheesecake I've ever had. I'm a self-appointed cheesecake connoisseur. I eat it all the time. It was my wedding cake and anniversary cake. And yes, you can tell. I've eaten plenty of it. It is fantastic. She has a flavor of the month, so I highly recommend giving it all a shot and giving it a try. So make sure to stop by and thank them for their efforts in putting everything together tonight. So, you guys all set? Ready to move on to the next one? Perfect. Don't forget to vote. If you haven't voted, make sure you're voting. Okay. Coming up is Chad with Team 2. You got this.
75% of the time that we spend with our kids in our lifetime will be spent by the time they reach high school. Imagine you're a parent of a 14-year-old son. He's going to be a freshman this year. He wants to play football. So you go out and you find this website. It's clearly outdated. The last information was from 2020. I just pulled this up last week, by the way. The reason for this is because booster clubs are in charge of the website. And booster clubs are made up of parents. The parents aren't web developers. So they go out and they try to find a way to do this. And they go out and they do it on their own. That's why I created Team 2. Team 2 is an all-in-one platform for everything that you need to do to run your sports club. It's a professional website Now, I should mention that, you might have a professional website developer as a parent, and it's a rare case that would happen. But what happens when they graduate? Their kid graduates. They go off, you have this professional website, and you hand off the keys. We're there alongside them as they go, as parents come in and out of the booster clubs. We're there to help them with training, keeping their website up to date, all that good stuff. We have a simple player sign up. Now, the way they're doing this today is they're doing PDFs. Parents have to download them. 60% of people in homes don't have a printer anymore. So it's a huge challenge for the parents to find a way to print this out, send it in. They take that data and they put it into a spreadsheet. So the booster club is entering all that information. We have a sign up right up online, and if there's a fee that's included with that sign up, we charge the fee right here. Parent communication is really simple through our platform. We have events, so practice time, game times, bus leave times, all that stuff can be right on the website. If you need to send an announcement, it's really easy. You just send your announcement or print out your announcement and then send it out to whatever group you need to send it to, coaches, players, parents of the players, things like that. Fundraising and volunteer management, we do that right through the website. People are doing this now through different apps, and each of these is a different app, which means that they're asking parents to download 2 different apps alongside anything else that they'd have to sign in for. And if the basketball team, the football team have 2 different sets of apps, now you have, if you have a kid in basketball and football, you have like 5 or 6 different apps that you're downloading. We're an all-in-one platform, one login for everything. Mobile ticketing, just order online, show up at the door, your phone is the ticket, they scan it, you're in. Sitting there at a game, want to get a hot dog, the line's super long, order a hot dog, go pick it up. Our revenue model is a monthly fee plus a transactional fee. The most important piece of this is that the clubs get to keep 97% of the money that's collected. Compare that to 20% of our competitors are charging. Most important piece to this is our competition, is that we have all the check marks. They don't. We're cheaper. We have more features than they do. This quote comes from somebody that was using our software. They came from our biggest competitor. Super happy with what we have to offer, and we also signed on somebody else from our biggest competitor as well. As far as traction goes, we do have customers that are paying for the service. We're accepted in the build-up, startup, and we're costs on the Blocks reality TV show coming in season 12. The team is myself and Ryan Blake. Ryan is a Marine Corps veteran, and I'm a software developer. And it's a huge market. Parents and sponsors will spend over $100 billion, so we're looking to tap into this market. And that's it.
And that's time. Thank you. Questions from the judges?
What is your marketing strategy?
Currently, it's guerrilla marketing. We go out, we find booster clubs, and we reach out to them, say, hey, when can we get in your next meeting? Can we talk to you about the website? In the future, we'll do a lot of social media marketing, things like that. We're trying to get our name out there. We're working with a small market right now, and then we want to build out and scale out to other markets.
Could you just clarify, I know you mentioned there were competition. Mm-hmm. Only differentiating factor for you is price?
It's not just price, it's our features as well. One thing that I didn't get to mention in the slide is that the teams are combining multiple apps to do everything that we do. So then there's cost on top of that. So if you have one of our competitors, they're handling your website, you also need an app to do the fundraising, you also need another app to do the volunteering. We do that all through our platform, which makes it super easy for the parents and also makes it a lot cheaper for the booster clubs.
Chad, when you interact with a potential customer, what solution do they typically have? Do they have nothing? What percentage? If you could break down the percentage.
It's really a mix. So some of them have nothing. Some of them have something that they've built years ago and don't have any access to. Some of them use some of our competitors, and still they're outdated. The comments I keep getting is that it's so difficult to use. We just got a new person, and nobody's showing us how to do it. We're locked out. I've gotten that before. So a lot of problems with the systems that they're currently using. They just don't know where to go.
switch over from a competitor to your product? Because you've got a lot of data.
Yep.
How does that switch over work?
Yeah, it works really easy. We have a site up in 30 seconds, so everything's there. They just have to put in the data, so it's a matter of entering in all the dates as far as games and practice times and things go like that. Add some pictures, and they're ready to go.
So is your target customer more individual team managers or like leagues so that you can get?
Yeah, it's a mix between schools, so athletic directors. That's who we're really targeting because we want to get them to do their whole school. But we also target like booster clubs, and they're in charge of their individual sport. Yeah, and that's what makes it difficult is that each sport is doing their own thing. So it's not congruous between all the different sports. So that's why it'd be really beneficial for the school to pick up our program, lay down the infrastructure, and this is how everything, look, it all looks the same. It's all one login. It doesn't matter which sport you're in. The parents will be able to log into any sport. And their kids follow them in the sign-ups. It's already in their system. You just have to say, this child is signing up for this program. So no data, it's easy for them. They don't have to put in their data again.
I was just curious if you're also targeting like adult leagues or leagues run by counties or city governments who might have a much easier time or more interest in having someone else coordinate this for them. Have you thought about that?
Yes, certainly they're not a target at this point. We just want to target high school sports. But if somebody would come to me and say, hey, this is what we have a need for, we can certainly do something with them.
That's all we have time for. Thanks, Chad. As a reminder, voting is open. Make sure to log on and vote. Scan the QR code in your handout or on any of the screens if you can zoom in far enough. Otherwise, we've got little postcards around the place, so make sure to check it out. So now I would like to invite up Robin from AT&T to have a word from our sponsor. So, thanks.
Thank you, Ron.
2 minutes. It's on the clock.
Good evening. My name is Robin Gruner. I'm the Director of External Affairs for AT&T here in the state of Wisconsin. I was told that Ron needed a few more minutes to come up with his next funny story, so that's why I was given a little bit of stage time. So thank you. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much to the Greater Green Bay Chamber. Kelly, your team, the staff have put in countless hours not only in this event, but all of the Startup Week events that they're hosting throughout this week. It's incredible. This amount of support that this team has put into supporting the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in the Greater Green Bay area and this entire region is incredible. So please give them a round of applause. And I also want to say thank you to the judges. Thank you to the people who made the amazing food. That cheesecake's incredible. I've tried 2 kinds, and my goal is to have all 5 of them or 6 of them in my mouth before the end of the night. So it's wonderful, and congratulations to all of the entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for putting your time and energy into coming here tonight. You're very brave for doing what you do, not only for starting a business, running a business, but for getting on stage and presenting to a bunch of strangers. So thank you very much. Good luck to you. And no matter what happens tonight, congratulations. You're all winners in my book. On behalf of AT&T, happy to support this wonderful program. Happy to be partners with the Greater Green Bay Chamber and continue doing the great work that you're doing. Thank you.
Thanks, Robin. We truly couldn't put on events like this, like what we do, without the support of sponsors. So when someone like Robin from AT&T comes on board, or LiveX, to be able to help us out with these events, it truly means everything to us because it is everything that we do relies on their assistance and the community support. So thank you very much for assisting us in all that we've been doing. So moving on. This is my bad, I should have put a doctor in there. This is Dr. Grace. She's from Food Fixer to come up and tell you a little bit about her business.
Thank you. Moving up. Forward. Moving forward. That's how we do it. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Grace. I was the first Olympic-level rhythmic gymnast in our state of Wisconsin and world champion water skier. Thank you. I then became a concierge doctor to the elite in Beverly Hills and San Francisco. Working in these 2 worlds is what inspired me to create Food Fixer. And here's why. Every 36 seconds, someone in the United States dies of a cardiovascular event. Our country has now passed the 40% mark for obesity, and 609,000 people will die from cancer this year. This is not just a disease crisis. This is a food knowledge crisis and a nutrition insecurity crisis. The manufactured foods we are eating barely have the nutrients we need to thrive. A cancer survivor needs to learn how to repair. Obesity wouldn't be rising if it was as simple as dieting and changing what you eat. The question is what to eat and how. The solution? Food Fixer, an app that makes finding non-toxic, body-optimizing, disease-healing foods simple, easy, and fun with an AI integration. Here's how it works. You give us your condition, and our algorithm will give you an actual grocery store list of the exact foods to get to help your body to repair. So that's not just counting macronutrients and protein content like all the weight loss apps out there. We specifically look at ingredients, sustainability, which foods can help to heal your body, or which ones can make you worse. Now, according to our market, we've had one statistic that's remained the same for 20 years. Americans spend 5% of their income on food. Now, you look at about 200 million adults in the United States, ages 20 to 65, and the average grocery bill being about $324. That's about a $3.2 billion market that we're looking at. Now, how are we going to get into that market? We're looking at InsurTech. Insurance companies are looking for ways to help their bottom line. So what we do is we have one customer with thousands of end users, and they can use our app and help with people with their wellness programs. We also have multiple revenue streams in that we have the subscription models, and one is the basic and the other is the very premium. The premium, though, is where the special sauce is. That's where you have an actual live coach helping you to succeed with what you're doing with AI-enabled ChatGPT assistance. So our competitors are doing great in the market, but they're doing great in their lane of weight loss and fitness. We are a food as medicine resource, and we have a wide open space there, and we intend to take full advantage of that with our exceptional team. We have an amazing infrastructure that allows us to have access to the university systems, the doctor systems with me, as well as a really awesome foundation for our financial growth, which is amazingly important to any startup. As we all know, the finances have to be right and tight. So our ask right now is $425,000. That'll give us a 2-year runway with a $2 million cap and a 15% discount. And if you're not an investor that's accredited, please come join our crowdfund campaign. It is launching today. We use this platform as an opportunity to announce that we are starting the crowdfund. Help us reach our goal of 30,000. That's going to help us to pay our development team to get this out into the market, because who in this room knows someone suffering from a major disease? Cancer, diabetes, heart disease. Yeah, me too. And I'm not going to stop. This is all the things that we've done. We've been on TV, we've done pitch competitions, we've bootstrapped $30,000 to date. And even with all that, we're not stopping until every one of you has access to optimal health, starting at the grocery store. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad I talked about the food before this one. So. Any questions?
This cheesecake isn't looking so good anymore.
This is the blessing and the curse when I walk in the room every time. They're like, oh, she's coming. You know. Yes.
Dr. Grace, maybe a couple of quick questions. So one
Yes.
is, you mentioned about the subscription model.
Yes.
What was was it a monthly or an annual fee, or what?
Yes, we have a monthly fee that's a subscription rate for the basic subscription of about $7.99 a month. That gives you recipes and meal design. We are democratizing this information. That is something that is not done in the market. The grocery list is free. So no matter where you live, how much money you make, or what color of your skin, you have access to the information. We are dying from diet-related diseases. So that grocery list is free. The subscription model is $7.99 a month, and then the other model is the coaching for $179. That requires a lot more attention, obviously. Yes. Thank you.
You said there's a slide or something on the slide that said you gained $100,000 in revenue with using the Food Fixer method. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. I'm not just throwing this and sticking it on the wall to see if it's going to work. I've been successfully doing this in my practice for over 15 years. I've been practicing as a doctor for 23. And the food fixer method is what I was doing. Patients would call on me I did help someone with stomach cancer survive. She's helping me to this day to get this off the ground. I've helped people with stroke to actually change their brain function and now be functional in the world. So when I'm saying that I've made this money, people are paying me right now to help them to learn what foods they can eat and repair the body from the cellular level on up.
Is it fair to say the app is basically a productized version of your process?
Yeah, my human body can only do so much. It's time for technology to take over. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm really curious about producing these types of lists for folks who may be on limited income,
yes,
or people who are obviously experiencing health crises, might be on fixed income like Social Security. They might also live in places that have a food desert. We're very lucky here in Green Bay where that isn't the case, but many of the people who have these chronic illnesses are often living in places where they don't always have access to this. So does your AI or ChatGPT take into account location based on the types of suggestions for ingredients or food access that would help those folks heal?
100%. We are extremely sensitive to not only cultural barriers. You know, someone who may be from, say, India living here is not going to eat the same thing who grew up here in Wisconsin, right? So are you eating for tradition or for nutrition? We have to be culturally aware, right? So yeah, and of course, the socioeconomics, all of these are very, very important to, and very high in the developmental process of where our minds are in the beginning, because this is a crisis. This isn't something that we can just throw under the rug anymore, and that's why I'm democratizing the list. So at least you can start to learn what it is, and the app is free. So you get the list for free, you get the app for free, and then how you get the food, you get routed through the app to buy it at whatever stores are close to you. So you can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Meijer, you can get it at Aldi's, you can use your EBT cards and that kind of thing. Like once you're in the grocery store, you just buy groceries like you normally would through them. We just route you to the places that have some of the suggestions that you've got. Yes.
One last one, sneak it in.
Do you have an idea of what percentage of your clients would opt into the top subscription tier?
Well, that one is something we're still kind of playing within the market, honestly. According to some of the statistics that we have with the company that is helping us with building this out, because every food that's in the FDA, every nutrient that's involved with that food, and every ingredient that's in it, that list is already done. I don't need to do that and waste my time doing that. I'm working with a company called Suggestic, valued at $5 million, who has all that data. It's called an API. So we're using that data and pulling out our pieces that we need. And they have a company that went through their programming that does weight loss for women over 40. So you're looking at a severe little niche here, right? And they are pulling in $250,000 a month right now with just that niche. So our company has a much greater spectrum to deal with. And in fact, that 250 is now moved up to 4 million. As of just last week, they told me that. I should re-quote it. So yes.
That's all the time we have. Thank you, Dr. Grace. As a reminder, again, I truly feel like Ryan Seacrest right now, just not as rich or cool. Voting is open, so make sure you are voting on the app. As I said, I don't know if you can vote more than once. It would be cool if you can, so keep voting. But check it out online. So I did speak about our food that we have that is on sample for tonight. I did mention earlier, I'm sure everyone heard it because everyone's ears perked up the second you say open bar. The bar is open and ready, and we did pay for drinks, so make sure you enjoy them responsibly. This is Wisconsin. So I do want to highlight that it is a brand new bar menu. The bar just relaunched on November 10th with a brand new bar menu. So make sure you check out some of the craft cocktails that are out there, as well as the new new list of wine, beers, and non-alcoholic beverages as well, if you drink those. And then I am partial. There is a special one on there. As I said, my name is Ron Franklin, if you don't know that. And this is Ron's Old Fashioned. It is on the menu. It is the second item down. It is the best seller, so make sure you try it, because even though the bartenders will tell you it doesn't taste good, they don't know what they're talking about. It is actually really good, so make sure you give that a shot and try it tonight. So I call it's English. It's okay. It's bar. People that can't understand Australian. Okay, so next up to the T, and you'll understand why, is Ryan from Mulligan's Aerial.
So I was on hole number 8 at Hilly Haven. I hit this beautiful high little draw, and it landed 3 feet from the pin. Well, why don't I just and tell you about it? I can show you. Oops. Not playing? Oh.
Just say imagine.
Yeah, imagine that. Well, basically, if you look at the PGA Tour has evolved with drones and shot tracers, and the golf outings around here have not evolved. They still continue to do the same thing. And what we're bringing to the table is the shot tracers. And what I want to say is you're one swing away from the perfect lead because it's a diamond for sponsors as well. So if you look at golf outing, so you sponsor a golf outing for $2,000, 100 golfers, your brand cost is going to be $20 per person. With the shot tracer, we're able to get a lot more reach, bring that cost down to $2 per person because we're doing videos and photos for each golfer, and they're going to share that on social media with their friends and family. And with that, here we have a video. Hopefully this one will play it. So here's an example of a highlight video, and the next shot will be a shot tracer. So there's a shot tracer. So we also provide the highlight reels, and we also collect the email addresses on my website. So they download their photos and videos on the website. And what makes my product unique is not only we deliver the leads for the sponsors, but we also then nurture the leads through our marketing strategy, through newsletter, social media, email marketing. We provide that content to them. So here's a video from the rail yard that we did, just bring in some other unique to that. So the market for golf outings is 1 million in the U.S., 10,000 in Wisconsin. And then if you just look at 3 courses in Green Bay, you got 120. So it's a big market. And when I talk to people in 18 and 34, they walk up to the tee and they want to see this product, like, yes, I want that. They're loving it. And those are the people that are going to share that online. Traction, so this year we had 14 golf outings. We had 14,000 shots traced, 14,000 golfers. And to my website, we had 14,000 visitors. So some of the biggest outings we had, Make-A-Wish down in Grand Geneva. So it was a great year. So the revenue model is really to partner with the golf courses. They can get me the most outings. Partner with sponsors. Huge exposure with this product. Tournament organized as well. It's also a great way to raise money because with this product, we raised $4,000 actually this year for charities. And then the great thing is they use a newsletter and social media to nurture leads for my business, sponsors, and also affiliate marketing as well. So this year, 2024 outlook, we're looking to do 60 outings, 6,000 golfers. We expect to reach about 50,000 people. And we have big plans that include Whistling Straits. Can't tell you more about that, but it's going to be awesome. Next steps really into scale is to meet with golf courses and sponsors, book more events for 2024, launch my newsletter to grow my following, update my website. And there's great scalability with this as well to grow my team and to be able to do multiple events. But we're going to take it one step at a time. And my motto really is today is I feel like I'm always one step away. I'm taking it one step at a time. And you as a sponsor, you're one swing away from the perfect lead. So who's ready to step at the tee with Mulligans? And that video was awesome, so you should go look at it on YouTube because what?
So I guess my first question is, who's your competition?
There really is nobody else in the game doing that. I would say maybe my competition is other people doing like golf contests at golf outings. But really my big grand goal is to get into competitive tournaments. So if you look at WSGA events, there could be 40 events. So I'm really looking to get into the competitive space. Golf outings, charity outings is one angle, but trying to branch out and do the competitive stuff because the competitive golfers love it, absolutely love it. And those are going to be the younger demographic as well. When you have the charity outings, it's more business people and a little bit older demographic, which is still good. We had a lot of success with that, but right now there really is no competition in the U.S. with doing this. You'll see people on YouTube and social media doing the shot tracers, but they're all doing it for themselves, and they're not able to scale it to the level that I'm producing right now.
I was just curious about consumption. So let's say someone goes, I go, and I'm both terrible, but I have one good shot on this course. Do you have it set up that like after the end of my game, I come back to grab a drink, and I'm like, oh look, I can see the one best shot I have and the shot tracer on that one, and I can purchase that from you? Like how does the user engage with your product?
Yeah, so we set up on one hole, and then usually the next day or 2 business days we'd have that stuff ready. And what we're looking to with photos, they're going to be dynamic photos, and then really looking to just do one hole. We could possibly do 2, but then the turnaround time would be a little bit longer with the quality control check and all that, what we do with our process. But we're looking to see if we can speed that process up so that they can go and retrieve it or see it afterwards. At least see an example. But we're going to have a TV on the tee box, and if you've ever seen a PGA Tour event with their sponsor signage, it's not going to be just one sign in the yard. It's going to be some pretty cool signage.
I'm not sure if I fully understood. So do you have like some technology that's proprietary, or this is just off-the-shelf thing you're using, and it's really about providing the information?
Yeah, so I license the technology and am able to provide. Yeah, it's just providing a service with that. Have the infrastructure with the website set up, and then there is some manual stuff behind the scenes. It's not all. So that's what we're trying to improve is make sure, because you're doing 160 shots. It's a little bit time consuming right now to do that. So that's where it's a 2-day turnaround. And I would say the unique thing is I'm bringing the drone too. So I'm bringing other aspects to not only the shot tracer. It's all about that experience. So we have other ideas that we're bringing to enhance that experience on the course.
Is there a way to sell this to the golf course as opposed to having event by event? It almost makes sense to be just like you have a couple holes. The golf course has a couple holes that are always being filmed basically, and so they can sell it then to basically do your job and sell it to golfers that come through.
Yeah, I'm looking ways that we could possibly do that. Where in the future, I would more or less have a team, because the golf course, I've talked to golf courses, they really wouldn't want to necessarily manage all that, because the value for them is not as great as say a charity outing or that. So they're not going to, because my model is not to charge the golfer, it's to charge the sponsor. Get the outings to book, because I found that if you try to charge individual golfers like afterwards, hey, I want to buy my shot, they won't buy it. Golf cost has really increased, and what you provide on the golf course now the experience hasn't really improved. So golfers are looking for that to be an add-on that they might pay for, but they're not going to pay for it up front. They want to see that shot first, and that's a business model that we're not going to roll with, because we tried that a little bit and it wasn't successful. Because once they see it, it's kind of like social media. Once you see it, consume it, done. I'm not gonna pay for it. So you don't. So.
Last question, Matthew. Good. Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
All right. Thank you.
And I do second what Ryan said about his video. It is pretty cool. It's a really cool intro. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it to play for you. We did test it before. It was working, I promise. I didn't try and sabotage him. But it's a really cool video, so go check that out. Another slight bit of technical difficulty. The QR code in the program, for some reason, is taking you to the non-live version of the site. So if you want to get onto the voting site, scan this QR code now. I'll leave it up for a second while I'm going through this. But otherwise, you can go to feedbio.com and enter that code in to be able to put it in. And I believe that may be in the programs so that you can... No, it's not. There's a computer over in the back corner that would be able to give you that code if you're still having issues accessing the voting side of things. Some people have been able to get it, others haven't. So thank you for those that have been able to be voting. I am watching the live voting. It's pretty cool to see it jump up and down and see who's winning and all that kind of stuff. Don't peek. I know who it is, but don't peek. So it's not yet. It's not up. So yeah, I don't trust you. Yeah, if you have any issues, see one of our team will be able to get you the right QR code or onto the site so that you'll be able to vote for whoever you choose. Moving on to the final pitch of the night. She is straight off her winning pitch at the NWTC Student Pitch Contest, is Amanda James, Portraiture and Design.
Good evening. Thank you so much for inviting me here to tell you a little bit about Amanda James Portraiture and Design. My name is Amanda Stahovich. I'm a graphic designer and an award-winning photographer. So it can be difficult for small businesses to get started and hire and find both a graphic designer and photographer. Startup costs are high, and having a separate retainer on both is just unrealistic for a lot of small businesses. Product photography, brand marketing, creating your logo and brand identity are all things that cost a lot when you're starting out. Amanda James Portraiture and Design hopes to solve that problem with skills in graphic design and photography. I'm hoping to set us up as a one-stop shop for small businesses. Our primary target market is going to be small businesses and startups. Additionally, we'll cater to creatives looking for a stronger brand identity. There are over 450,000 small businesses in the state of Wisconsin, and according to a study by the UW-Madison Community Economic Development Extension, over 500 businesses have started every month since 2020. Our secondary market will be families and individuals looking for photography services. Median income of our secondary market is around $110,000 annually, and these are families that value making memories, documenting their families as they grow. Amanda James Portraiture and Design will have a few different revenue streams, primarily focusing on brand identity for those small businesses. We'll create long-term relationships with new businesses by offering monthly retainers for a set amount of work, and then other revenue streams will come from our photography services. Our largest expenses are going to be payroll and technology. Our marketing strategy includes connecting with members of the area Chamber of Commerce, attending networking events like these, developing a social media presence highlighting my portfolio, partnering with area businesses on community events and finding ways to give back to our community, and then finally developing our SEO strategy to really drive customers to our site. While it is relatively easy to find a photographer, yes, we know that, or a graphic designer, it is difficult to find somebody who markets themselves as both. I was only able to find one in our immediate area of Oshkosh, where I'm from. Amanda James Portraiture and Design can offer a higher level of service for new businesses in a more cost-effective manner. I have decades of experience in customer service, and I truly value getting to know people and getting to know what their needs are. All right, just like it takes a village to raise a child, it'll take a great team to carry out the vision of Amanda James Portraiture and Design. In addition to myself, James Stahovich will be the business manager. James has 22 years of experience managing people and processes in the United States Army, and he currently manages processes at Oshkosh Defense. Logistics and organization are his superpowers, and he is a great asset to me and Amanda James Portraiture and Design. Lisa O'Halloran has also been a respected mentor and she'll continue to be an amazing resource. Oh, man. Okay. Thank you.
Goes quick, right?
Ooh, that was real quick.
Thanks, Amanda. Any questions?
So I was lucky enough to see you in your previous presentation, so congratulations on that win. Just want to talk more about that your target market is actually startups and small businesses looking for these kind of services. They're often hard to provide for that. How are you thinking about reaching out to them? How are you engaging them? And why did you choose that particular target market?
So as a small business myself, I understand like how difficult it is to get a foothold in the world. So attending events like these, attending all sorts of networking events, I feel like will be the best option to reach those small businesses. And as that network grows, I hope to be able to facilitate more opportunities for small businesses in that way.
I ask, what right now is your primary revenue driver? Is it the B2B sales you're doing through the small businesses, or is it more the personal photography?
Yeah, so right now it is, I would say it's probably 60-40 right now towards graphic design.
Is your interest in just the Green Bay market, or are you talking about a service that is applicable to a much broader area in terms of market size?
For now, I am sticking to like the Fox Valley, yes, Green Bay. Well, I have office space in Green Bay, so yes.
You mentioned a retainer for small businesses. Is that just a flat fee for everyone, or how do you determine your retainer amount?
So for the retainer amount, it would be a reduced price off of my hourly rate for a set number of hours, and then I would work up to those hours at that set retainer rate, and then after that, anything beyond that would be additional cost.
Any last questions? Got time for one more.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these look great, with great design. Can you help me understand what is it from a customer perspective that kind of wins them over? Is it sort of the designs, or is it kind of like founder like yourself? Like what's helping us understand that?
So I feel like I work really well at understanding. I work to understand what it is you're looking for, and I'm willing to go the extra mile to make sure that what I'm producing is what you want to put out in the world, whether that be through photography or graphic design. Yeah.
Thank you. So I was told I needed to take one photo because, you know, I'm on social media. Well, no, I'm not. But apparently this is what social media people do, so I have to do this thing. Oh, camera's facing the wrong way. I need some tips from Matthew Key. If you don't follow Matthew on LinkedIn, you're missing out. Smile bright. Okay, now we're good. So you'll see that on social media, I'm sure, all over the place. So that is all for the pitches tonight. We're going to take about a 5-minute break. We'll tally all the scores, get the jumbo checks out of the closet and dust them off and make them look pretty. And then we'll come back to announce the winners. So hang around, make sure you have some of the cheesecake, enjoy some drinks, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes or so. Hello. And we're back. It's time to announce the winners, everyone. You do not have to take a seat. You are welcome to stand around, so make yourself comfortable. Take a seat. Some open judges' seats if anyone wants to move up front. Going to have Robin come up from AT&T to help us present the winners. You win. Before we get started on the awards, I do want to acknowledge all of the companies that pitched tonight. Matthew may be one of the only ones. There's a couple others in here that have done this before, that have actually pitched for events like this. It does take a lot of courage. It is a very taxing thing to come up here, put yourself out there, and really just try to do their best, especially in a situation where they're under a time constraint. They need to tell someone in 4 minutes about their entire business, and it's really tough to be able to do that. So it really speaks to them about what they're able to do and about talking about their business. So huge round of applause for all of the companies pitching tonight. So now we're going to get on to what everyone is waiting for, and I have the magic results here in my hand. So we're good? Good. Okay. So we are going to start with second place, as you say. We will say, then we'll do first place, and then we'll do the Voters' Choice Award, because I think the Voters' Choice Award is pretty cool myself. So the winner of this jumbo check, which is fake $500, but there's a real one coming, don't worry, is Food Fixer, Dr. Grace. Where's Brandon? Oh, there's. Do you want it? In the middle, in the middle. The stars in the middle. Think healthy thoughts.
Say cheese.
Cheesecake.
Okay. Thank you.
And now, the winner for a $1,000 to help kickstart their business and take them to the next level. In first place is Smartwell. And now, the Voters' Choice Award, which I think is one of the coolest ones because it is selected by not only the audience here, but also the audience online. And I believe this person, or this company, had about 40% of the total votes came in, was for this one business. And it shows that we all want to eat healthy. Dr. Grace with Food Fixer, so congratulations. At them all, cross-eyed. Thank you. Thank you. So again, huge congratulations to our winners and everyone that pitched tonight, as well as our judges for stepping up and being able to put up with me up the front, right in front of them. So thank you to everyone for attending, and for all those online watching. Make sure to enjoy the food in the bar and hang around and talk to people. So thank you very much, everyone.